know if all the audio is alright. So, without further ado, how about we start the show?
That's me.
I'm still not there.
It is the Berzerk Podcast, episode 22, ladies and gentlemen. We are back.
Hey!
It's
Hello.
been forever. Damn, it's been like 6 weeks since my last stream or something like that. Since our last stream.
I think it's 4 weeks.
4
It's been a
weeks?
while.
It's been a while. Well, I've
Yeah.
been in vacation
Yeah,
for
it's
like
been a
5
while.
weeks, so it's been a
It
long
was supposed
while.
to be it was supposed to be last week, but a computer exploded.
And
So
it begins. Go, Jack. And it begins. Okay, guys, you can just like talk. I just got like 27 subs.
Oh my god.
Right
It's still going. Holy crap.
You guys really missed it to punch me in the face, and there's a bunch of followers as well. MC Mike Cell, follow the channel. Welcome aboard, man. Sorry, somebody burped from my mouth. Brezinger, lots of followers and lots of subs, so I guess that it'll be hard to discuss today. It will be hard to have a conversation.
I think we'll be okay.
Beautiful. Mike, you look so sad.
I burned my mouth with my soup.
Poor
poor
guy.
guy.
Lucky man! 31 months! Damn! Almost 3 years. 31
Dude.
months. And another punch in the face. Berzerk! They won't last forever. I think I'm gonna prepare my giveaways on the other side so I can calm the fury.
That might be a good idea.
While I get punched in the face, how about you tell us like how have you been, guys, on during the summer? What have you done? Manic Sprite, thank you very much for the sub.
We work on the Gunzo update, which we released yesterday, I think. And to be honest, we also take a little bit of vacation because
What?
yeah, a little bit.
We didn't agree on that. You're fired.
Yeah, a little bit. I think we agree
Shake
on
us
that.
down the battle.
Yeah, and that was about it. It was supposed to be last week, as we said, but there was an explosion on someone's computer.
Oh
Yeah,
Oh,
yeah. So,
Someone
but
didn't
it's all
want
good.
to.
It just gave me another week of vacation, so I really not pissed about that.
So it was you then. Like you
Yeah, I
went to
destroyed
Kojak.
Kojak computer
Yeah, exactly.
sabotage.
with my mind.
You just sabotaged it.
Yeah,
With a spray bottle.
yeah.
I want more vacation, damn it.
Yeah, I always send him viruses with my visual. Hey man,
Jesus.
exactly.
Wooden spoon.
Here's my new background and a link
Mm.
with new picture in it.
You
Go
said
download.
Man, I get punched in the face on eBay 91. Thank you for the punch in the face.
People miss you. They miss punching you.
There we go. Yeah, I have a very punchable face. Vanatosis has joined the battle. Thank you very much, man.
Yeah, that's true. I think it's the first thing I said to you when we met this time.
And
You have a
what's
very
up?
punchable face.
Dynamics has joined the battle as well. Okay, I think we're good.
That was a lot.
Thank you very much for the support, man. I just showed my face and say like, "Hey guys, pa 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 pa!" Like 10 punch in the face. I just said hi, and you guys are like, "Shut up!" That was the perfect timing. Larkland, 21 months and still fighting. How you been, Larkland? How you been, man? It's been a while. Okay. Sinyo has joined the battle.
I'm just gonna keep working instead, I guess, since we're not gonna be doing this.
Yeah, Simon, please. This is serious.
Okay,
We have,
serious.
we have to talk.
This is my serious face now.
Yeah.
So,
Don't be.
It's ugly.
what have you done during summer? Did you play any game? Did you did anything else than some vital related? I want to know.
Yeah, I play a lot of 70 to Die.
Oh yeah, you
recently.
were addicted to that game.
Yeah, I'm still addicted.
You're still
Good game.
addicted. Have
Yeah.
you died? You have to explain.
I died a couple of times, but what I'm doing is I'm playing at hardest, not the hardest difficulty, but the one just before that, and every time I die, I erase my game. So I'm playing with Iron Man mode.
Hey, what
And
do you mean
yeah,
every
and
time?
the farthest I got was day 27, I think, without dying.
Okay.
If that's your kind of fun, how did you ever procreate? Like, how do ladies talk to you? This is a terrible thing to do. with your
Yeah,
life.
but you know, it's kind of I like play rough, so yeah, that's my.
Ah,
I have to
All
fight
right.
a lady that like it, like that.
You're
I get it.
dominant
Yeah,
and
you're-
aggressive.
Yeah,
Your opening line is you do everything in hardcore mode.
yeah, I do everything hardcore. I'm hardcore, bitch. Like Cartman, shit on your desk. I'm hardcore. Shit on your desk, bro.
this took a turn for the worse.
Damn. How
But
do I
yeah,
moderate
I'm pretty hooked on that game.
It's a good
What?
game.
But what makes it so special, by the way? Like, there's a ton of survival game out there, so why this one?
I think the thing I like the most is the fact that the challenge keep growing. There's a lot of game like that once you figure it out, it becomes too easy, and that's it. I understand the game, there's no problem. But I think this game, what is really fun is the more you go in the game, yes, you are more powerful, but the challenge rating is still there, and the zombie are really dangerous.
Okay.
They are slow zombie, but they are still dangerous because they can destroy wall. They can enter your base if you don't watch it.
Captain Joe, 2 months still fighting. Thank you very much, man. Thank you so much.
And also, I didn't try every game, survival zombie game that exists, but yeah. To give you an example, when you play survival mode in Minecraft, to give you an example, after a while, there's no way a monster can enter your base. It's almost impossible.
Okay.
But in 7 Days to Die, yes, they can enter your base. They can destroy the wall. They can destroy your stuff. So yeah, that's why I like that. And you have to go out and scavenge a lot, which is really dangerous. There's always the danger of facing an enemy you are not prepared for. And yeah, I really like that game.
Okay. Sweet. I have tried once. One day. Ah! Another punch in the face.
I think Kojak
Jointo
you
says
play it.
roar! 6 months and still fighting. Roar! Now the problem with that word is that my kid ruined that word for me with that song from, I think it's Katy Perry. Roar. So you know you're a dad if you know that song.
There's a song we call Roar. For
Yep, I know the one you're talking about.
So yeah.
there's a
So,
song called
Jointo-
Roar.
Yeah. From
I just
Katy
want the
Perry.
video on mute. It's fine.
And now you all have that song stuck in your head for all the dads watching.
But I think there's also an album called Roar from what's the name of that? The Canadian band from metal band from Junkier. Voivod. There's an album of Voivod, I think, called Roar. So you can.
Yeah, we all
you
know
can
that
listen to
band
that,
and album.
Huh?
I said, yeah, we all know that band and album. It sounds
Yeah.
very niche.
If you don't know Voivod and you're Canadian,
You haven't
You're
lived.
fired.
you're fine.
You're fired. Damn.
Good thing I'm not Canadian.
Yeah.
All right, how about we take the subject back to some vital, and I'm gonna show the Mega Bob animation so we see what's up new. It's basically one big thing, but yeah, let's ask Bob what he has to say. the new collab. Whoa, that was a cut. Sorry for that cut. So,
That's what she said.
Yeah, Mike. Yeah. So Gonzo event. Tell us more a little bit about Gonzo event. How was he? I hope he was here today. Actually, I think that in the next podcast we definitely have to poke him over and over and over to get him on this podcast. That will be very cool. And Mike won't be there. I'm basically saying, I'm basically firing Mike for the podcast.
I'm already not going to be there,
Replacing
so
Mike.
joke's on you.
Ah, yeah. You'll be at Gamescom, I think? No,
PAX West.
PAX West. There you go. Anyway, how was it working with Gonzo, guys?
It was pretty fun. And I have to say, it worked pretty fast. So,
Yeah.
I think the only problem I may have is sometimes he's difficult to reach, but since it worked pretty fast, so we didn't have to wait for his stuff. So, yeah, it was a pretty cool collaboration. It is also really easy to work with.
So great,
Yeah.
Sweet. I know that. Have we we released the update, right? Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think
Yes.
that's push on iOS as well.
Swedish.
Waiting for it to be reviewed.
The land of turtles. Look at that.
Yeah. Unfortunately, I wasn't able to reach Gonzo, so I had to come up with the name.
Okay.
But I don't know. I hope he will approve, and I tried to mimic his style for the subtitle, but I think it looked like something he would have done. And
Yeah,
Land of Turtle, I don't think he will disagree about that.
Yeah.
This is the only thing I had to do because I was able to. You know, the schedule is kind of tight, and this was this was done a couple of minutes before we launched the
Like
the
yesterday.
update. Yeah, not yesterday, but the day before that.
Okay.
So yeah.
You broke my stuff.
What stuff?
Oh yeah, Mike is gone.
I'm gone.
Ah! Take that, Mike.
Oh,
Sorry, there you
Jesus.
go. He's back. I told you he's gonna be replacing you.
Oh, there's replacing me and erasing me.
Alright, so am I just streaming shit I should not? I just want to play some title! Damn it! Play! Why don't I have like a why don't I have a shortcut? I'm so unprepared. There you go. Alright, now I got it. Da-da-da-da-ba-da. I really
Yeah,
love
that's-
the
There's
I
one
really
thing
love
that I
the
did
whole-
talk with Etienne about already is we want to adjust the splash screen so that it's more wide. And then what we're going to do is I'm going to figure out what the different resolutions are and how much they cut up the splash screen so that we can actually give like a guide to whoever we have help us out with splash screens.
Okay. That's a good point. Full screen.
But it
Yeah.
actually doesn't look too bad. It just cuts off kind of the little bit of a bottom.
Yeah, you can show the Gonzo world. It's actually pretty cool looking.
What? I have exactly 15,000. Look at that. That's my proper game. Woohoo! Where is it? There you go. I can buy this one. Or this one. I'm gonna take this one. Yes! Oh yeah! Cool. Am I doing any spoilers there?
Yes.
Nah.
Okay, let's go to
Ah.
to that world. The Gonzo world, dude, it looks so good on full screen. Ah, I missed that because I was working on my crappy laptop. Well, not crappy, but in a small laptop for the past like 5 weeks, and now I'm back with my 27-inch super screen, and everything looks crisp. Looks beautiful.
Yeah.
Oh, and
the HD stuff looks beautiful.
Did you increase the blood here to 3, or was it on the last update?
That was the last update.
Oh, okay. Lordland says 27-inch. Yep.
Ooh la la.
That's like 27 times bigger than what Etienne got is in his pants. He just like calculate. Hang on. Hey,
Yeah,
that's
hey.
an insult.
Then how the heck did he get to 15,000? It's because you've been testing the event since,
Yeah,
God,
a while.
last Friday.
Yep. And I got all the items actually. So I have like an older. I love like it's written map on the map. That's a
Yeah.
cool touch.
This map is kind of different than the other map, but I like it. He decided to go more like a sketch of a map.
Yeah.
There's
Yeah,
more.
I really like that approach.
Yep.
It's always really interesting to see the different takes that the artists have on Zombital.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, it's pretty cool that we have some very cool people lined up as well for the next collab.
Yeah.
And so now we have about 5 people in total, including Juicy Beast and Gonzo. We have 5 people lined up for the for a collab event, and we really like that. We like having a new artist in there. We like to support other artists as well. I mean, we are taking some of the revenue and paying that artist with that. So playing Zombital will also support that artist during the event. So we like that. It's like a big win-win-win situation. Win for us, win for you, and win for the guest artist. So we had like yesterday around midnight, we had the one last minute brainstorming thing. Kojak and Etienne, if you remember, well, all of us actually.
Yeah.
Do we want to talk about it right now, or should we continue on this event, or?
I'm
I'm not sure. It's still very early. There's not a
I
whole
think
lot
it's
to
too
it.
early.
I think it's too early. Oh,
Yeah.
I'm creating so much hype.
Yeah, because when we talk about the stuff too early, sometimes stuff don't happen, and people,
Yeah.
what is gonna happen?
gonna happen?
Other thing got in the way. I'm sorry.
Nah, come
Especially when we
on.
do it at midnight.
That,
Yeah.
that never happened.
Dude, okay. Hang on a sec.
Where are you drunk?
Tub Sawyer just said we could do a collab with EA. Every mouse click is a 10-cent microtransaction.
Oh, nice! I love
How
it.
did you find out?
Yeah, exactly. How did you know
Nice.
about this? Who told you?
They have good idea. Just charge for everything.
I think that would be awesome because I mentioned doing like an event called the Return of Corporate Latch.
Ooh.
That actually sounds like it would be really funny if we did something involved with that.
Yeah, but new player, I think won't get the joke. There's a lot of people just quitting the game when they see corporate latch for the first time. They think it's
That's
real.
true.
Yep.
So I'm not
Yes.
sure it's a good idea.
It's very true.
Yeah, that's true. There's a lot of people already pissed about the that joke.
Yeah,
It still makes me laugh.
yeah,
Uh,
me too.
Actually, I haven't looked at the Steam reviews in a long time, but yeah, and it's really funny too when the people like respond to those reviews like, "Hey, that's a joke." Then a lot of the times the people are like, "Oh, it should be way more obvious that it's a joke."
It's
Yeah.
your fault. It's not mine.
Yeah.
Sorry.
It's everybody's fault than me. So beautiful. By the way, guys, if you want to be in the part of the giveaway, just say anything in the chat. Just spam that chat. You will be automatically added to that list over there. And then I'll do start animation, and you will win 25 diamonds. And I will run that up while we are talking on the podcast.
You
alright?
may
So
win.
you may win. Yeah, you may win. Mike is the legal guy. We don't want to
I'm,
suit.
busy, I'm basically just here to correct you at
Yeah.
everything.
Yeah,
what I do.
exactly. You're like my my angel, my little
You're
angel.
lawyer.
Oh
Yeah.
shit, there's a lot of people.
I'm your lawyer, basically.
Look at that! lot
Holy
of people,
crap.
lot of people went crazy. I love it. I love it. Sweet. So yeah, guys, I'm gonna put that animation like I don't know. Maybe gonna wait until the 200 mark, and then I'm gonna start to spam that button. So at least if we're saying boring, if we're boring, at least we're gonna send out some diamonds. So something will happen. So how many items, challenges, basically is, did we just, not just, but did we, did we use the GB event? Did we kind of did the same thing that we did on GB event, on Juicy Bees?
It's kind of the same number, but the item are completely different. This time, the new item that we put in the game are really unique. They are the they are not just a white orb drop bonus, because since we put that in the Angel Court, we won't use white orb drop bonus anymore for events. So unique item will be more unique, guys.
Yeah.
We had some complaint, a meme about that your unique item wasn't that much unique.
I need that meme again.
Yeah.
I don't remember where it is though.
I sent you on Skype.
Yeah, but
the concept of
I cannot open Skype. So
I can
put it on
like
the chat.
if you drop it in a group chat. Yeah, I can or just put it in Twitch chat.
Yeah, Twitch chat will be easier.
Yeah, the mechanics are similar. The map spots, they all have the same difficulty values. The challenges have the same difficulty values. The thing that's different this time around is the shop and the way the currency works.
Okay. The way the currency works, what do you mean?
So for the Juicy Beast event, there was a minimum drop chance that wasn't 0. And the 2 bosses dropped a set amount of currency whenever you killed them. This time around, we decided to do a minimum drop chance that's 0, so that people who leave the computer on all night with an auto clicker don't just get ridiculously overpowered amounts of, event currency.
Okay.
Because this time, and like last time, the maximum that we wanted to go for was like just under 100,000. People were getting hundreds of thousands.
Yeah. Okay.
It was pretty bad. And that was the biggest incentive for us to change the minimum drop chance to 0, which means that people who leave their computer on all night with the currency are not in a better situation than the person who jumps in once a day and plays.
Yeah, the active and the non-active player will still have like the same chances now.
And you still have to play actively, because you can only farm the currency while the game is open and running.
Mm-hmm.
But
Cool.
Hopefully that reins in the values to be a little bit more reasonable.
There was one thing I saw, Joe. There's no. Usually we have like a fast white orb thing, like this thing over there, fast time travel. Because at the end of the event, we convert that into fast travel. So now we don't have them here.
Yeah,
So-
we changed it for the fast crafting thing.
Yeah, I mean, that's good. I like it. But at the end of the event, when we're going to have like a bunch of currency, a bunch of useless currency, we usually convert that currency into something. So what we do is if I have
White
like
orb?
1,000 left, yeah, we do it in white orbs. And we just use this thing over there,
Yeah,
So now
I
that
think it's your currency times the highest time portal you have,
Well,
or it was converting if you make fast time travel. I don't remember exactly.
yeah, well, basically there was one card that says like it costs 200 to get the fast travel. So what we did is we just make it so you had bought that items like 5 times,
Yeah, exactly.
So, but yeah, my point is now that the card is not there, maybe we should add it in the next update just to say like, hey, that's will be converted into there.
Yeah, that's
a very small thing.
But we wanna keep a lot of option, because there will be an update of that update.
Yeah. Okay.
So we wanna keep some of our option open, and there will be new item in the shop,
Okay.
as well as new challenges in the mid update.
Yeah.
Update.
All right.
Event. Mid-event update.
Mid-event. Sweet. Yeah, it was just a small thing I saw. Whoa! Got punch. Too swell to control, baby. Woo! Here comes inspiration. Thank you very much for the punch, my friend. Okay, so we have 181 people. I'm just gonna start running this up. Hang on, though. I don't want the music. I'm just gonna put it like this. Full screen. A badoosh. It's gonna be running in the background. Alright. So Gunzo, we have the Gunzo now. We really want to convince Gunzo to be here in the podcast in 2 weeks. The same way that we did with Juicy Bees, basically. So because it's always good to have like a new artist, a new perspective, a new way to see, and especially for Gunzo, who is like more of a YouTubers than a game maker, you know. So it would be nice to see like how.
You still make game though.
Yeah, he still make games, but he's more of a YouTuber than a game dev, you know. Over the past year at least. So I'd like to know like what is it to be a YouTuber? How did he pay the bills? How did he grew up a huge YouTube channel like this? Stuff like that. So it'll be very interesting to see another way. Cheeks, what better than to celebrate 6 months with Latchback than a punch in the face? Oh, and also the winner was Megumi13. I know, Megum13. And another punch in the face by Nigels. What the hell happened? Your name wasn't there. What?
Yeah, that happens to me all the time.
Oh, yeah? It's not my fault. It's not my fault. What the hell? The name didn't appear. Okay. If I do it again, what happens? Nope. Raphael, go. Yep, so having a Gunzo on the next podcast will be pretty cool. And then we have... Did we announce the next one? The other one after that? But
no, we didn't announce it, but the next one is actually never work in game development. It's his first time.
Ooh, pop the cherry of this guy! Or girl.
Yeah.
Oh, God.
That's the sound it makes.
That's the sound it makes. Ah, there we go! Nigels!
Oh, jeez.
Miguel's, it worked now. Thank you very much for that punch. It's very weird. That didn't work.
Yeah, if they have agreed to it, well, no, we should probably announce it after Gonzo, so that we don't kind of like step on his toes. That'd be a little weird.
Yeah, exactly.
I saw a couple of people in the chat saying, "Hey, when is X coming in?" You know. And then naming the guy or a girl, so I'm just gonna wait a bit. Too many times I've been too excited and said like, hey, this is gonna happen, and then 8 months later or 2 years later, we still haven't finished Infernex.
I was just gonna say that.
Don't talk about that.
Don't talk about it. Like,
make me sad.
Project. Yeah. I don't know how we discussed about that actually. How we could find a way to work on Infernex while still maintaining some vital.
Cocaine.
Cocaine.
Yeah.
Cocaine is
Meth.
an option. What else? Because like there was a couple of people in the chat once saying like we could work 1 day each week or something like that. But that will be scratching your head because that will be always going in and out from project, and the transitioning from a project to another takes time. So we'll be losing time. I know it sounds weird. Like how does it take time to just transition from a project to another? It's just like another folder, right? Well, your brain is kind of like leaning toward one thing, and if you have to say like, okay, that's not the project I'm working now I'm going over there, we decide to rewire your brain, and you spend like an hour or two just rethinking the project and everything.
Yeah, to give you an example, try to play Fallout a lot and Skyrim at the same time, and you will be, what the fuck? When you go back to another, what is in my inventory? I don't remember.
Yeah,
you have to check back your inventory, and it take you 1 hour just to sort things out.
Yeah.
You have to unload one project out of your brain and then take the entire other project and load it back in.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
It takes a while.
Yeah.
So
Or a lot of cocaine.
that will go back to my question actually. How could we do it? Like even I just wanted to whoops. There we go. Just want to debate or just talk about it here. It can be like, oh, there's no way. Like it can be the end result of that conversation, but still, I just want to check
I
out.
think the thing we should do is there will be a time. Right now it's the summer, so we kind of work slowlier. But imagine at the beginning of the fall, if we work a lot on some battle and prepare 1 or 2 updates in advance, maybe it's
Yeah.
possible
Yeah.
to have a 2 update ready and just work for a month on Infernax.
We should have like an Infernax event in Zombiel, like
Yeah.
saying like, okay, for the next month, the devs are taking a break and working on Infernax, so there's a bunch of sprite in there,
Yeah,
and then you
That would be pretty good. I like that.
yeah.
That'd be a good
Infernax
way.
event maybe a thing. Collaboration with Infernax developer.
Yeah,
Yeah,
there you
dude.
go.
I've
And we're all
thinking
lazy
about
and doing nothing on sofas.
it. Yeah, exactly.
It's like, the solution is simple: hire more people. Okay, which leads to we need more money for that, and we also
Yeah.
need to train those people as well. So it's a long shot, and we have to find the right fit as well.
Yeah,
It happens when you
pretty
hire
hard
some,
to hire
you
people.
hire a guy, and then whoops, after a couple of months, you turn out like it's not really interested in the project, or multiple reasons it doesn't really work. So then you invested a lot of
Bojack.
money.
Oh, Jesus.
Mike. Mike ruins everything.
I do.
Beautiful. But yeah, like it seems like an easy solution, but it's very hard to find somebody.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I
sometime more people on the project doesn't mean it go faster.
Yeah, totally.
Yeah.
What about slaves? Says Mr. VVS.
All right, here's what we do.
Let's
get
not
Elon
talk
Musk.
about this.
We get Elon Musk to make us a coding AI.
I'm sure he's not pretty busy.
Yeah, he's not trying to go to Mars or anything.
Bless you.
But
Should go to
I've
Mars
been
instead.
I've been thinking about that too. Like, if we could take some time, like 2 months or something like that, and work on Infernax a little bit. The problem is, I don't think we could make enough headway on Infernax to be worth pulling time away from Zombital, because we have so many huge updates that we need to do for Zombital. I feel like we should tackle a lot of those before we can kind of let the game coast a little bit. But even if we try to do that, then we still have the looming like multiplayer that we really, really want to add.
Yeah.
You know. I mean,
Yeah.
maybe.
But I think we're just not ready to to take a break on some battle because we are overwhelmed by the job right now, and I think when the multiplayer and a couple of things will be up and running and the game will be more I don't know, give more automatic diversity. I don't know how to say it.
Yeah, I know what
But
you mean. Automatic content. Like
yeah,
the bounty
automatic
system.
content.
Like the bounty
When
system, we will.
The bounty system and stuff like that. Yeah.
Maybe we should
Yes.
prioritize those kind of feature then. You know, so if we have the bounty system, which will provide new content every week at least, something exciting, something new every single week, without us having to put our hands on the keyboard. So if we prioritize those kind of feature, there will be a point where we can take a break of like 1 month or something like that, and yeah, and just say, and I would even agree to tell the player right away, saying like, hey guys, like in Zombital, we are working on that. Therefore, this event is there. Like, again, like it could be like a small Infernax event or something like that. So just warn our player, we're working on that this month. Come check out this project, you know.
Yep.
And yeah. So I've said like 3 different things in my sentence, but first was prioritize those kind of feature. The bounty system is really the thing I would love to have on next.
It's the next
Yes.
thing. It's the next thing. Right after Gonzo, it's the thing we will start working on.
Yeah.
Not start,
I-
but continue working on. It should be the next thing.
I have 3 things that I would really, really like to do after Gonzo. I'm even going to try to do this, Etienne, if we want to talk about visuals. No, not a whole lot, but just like a little bit later on. I want to try to do the battery, the arcane battery idea. I think it might even be feasible to do it in the time between the Gonzo updates. I don't know if we actually want to release it during the update, just because of the crafting
Battery?
skip. Yeah, the thing that stores up charge in the arcane when it's idle.
I don't remember that.
Yeah, like imagine in the arcane you have no item crafting, because like you craft a bunch of ghosts and then like it's crafting nothing. Your time not crafting anything goes into a battery, so when you come back you can just take amount of juice from the battery and automatically craft right over there. So it stores time in a battery. Like it stores 6 hours, for example. So then you can build instantly, like a shard or something like that, you know. So you're not losing. So it will help the late player, the idle player actually. It will help them, you know, not constantly have to go and register on the game every hour or so, you know.
Okay. I like this idea, but it's kind of a quality of life update, and we need more content updates. So, to be honest, I don't think we should focus on that.
Well, I'm gonna let Kojak finish his point actually.
Yeah. So go ahead.
The reason why I wanted to do that is because I think that it's kind of a necessary quality of life thing. Right now we have a very hard focus on making the ectoplasm items, which without the batteries is kind of a pain in the ass. Plus, we have the problem of anytime you get a skip scroll on like a Arcane's whole thing full of ectoplasm, you are effectively wasting 3 hours of that skip scroll. So the Arcane battery would really help us to... It is a quality of life update, but I think it does enough gameplay changes to make it worth it. And I think it's something that people have been asking about for a long time. Like, oh, can I have a queue so I can just let it craft this thing overnight? Well, instead of doing that, instead of trying to figure out, well, maybe we could make it take a little longer or something like that, we can just have it store unused time at a certain percent efficiency. I think that'll go a long way to helping people feel like the Arcane is less tedious. But then right after Gonzo, I want to do the bounties. Like, that should be priority, I feel.
So you said
About
3
the-
things: bounties, battery. What's the third one?
Right after bounties, I think multi-world farming could be really good, because then we can also make more use of the bounties by giving away the monsters as part of those bounty rewards.
Yeah. So in order, the bounty is first,
Yes.
then the battery.
I'm going to try and see if I can do battery like for the next update, but not necessarily have it be released. I think it won't take that long. The only thing that I need are the visuals, and it should just be like a little meter for each crafting slot, and then maybe an actual icon for something we can drop in game. Like we can drop nightmare fuel or whatever, or the battery charge from a monster, for example. Like just a monster you can find around, we can drop that. Or there's a lot we can do with an icon in the game that represents the battery charge. But I think I can do that for the Gonzo event, and then right after we can release the bounties and the battery on the same update.
Okay. Okay.
Damn!
Yeah, but I think the bounty is more important. I like the battery idea, but I think the bounty is the _1 priority. So
Totally agree.
so if we agree, after that, the multi-world farming is a pretty big thing.
It's a big thing in the sense that I would need to go through and optimize the code for offline. So we could fix 1 or 2 bugs that people have mentioned about, like not having any offline skulls or something. And then it's a big thing in that we have to design a whole new UI for collecting chests from the world map, and at the same time add in the visuals for allowing you to station new monsters on the world map. And then if we wanted to have a building in hell that represents the multi-territory farming, like potentially one run by the Red Knight or something like we talked about, it requires a lot of UI.
Sorry, I just saw something in the chat saying because you should call the battery Dura Hell.
Oh, that's so good.
Yeah,
Durahell batteries.
Crack me up.
yeah,
That's so good.
good idea.
Sorry.
Well done.
I can't,
Oh,
I
man.
cut you on this one.
But yeah, the multi-territory farming requires a lot of UI stuff, but not a whole lot of actual behind-the-scenes logic.
Okay. Also, there's one thing I would like to do, but I don't think it's a priority. But we will need a bunch of new building in hell. So I think bounty system and world farming will add some, and then after that, I think we will need to have a brainstorm to add a bunch of new building, because right now the real estate business in Zombido is kind of weak a little bit.
Yeah, agreed.
Well, the thingy we talked yesterday could fill that void a bit.
A bit.
A bit.
Yeah,
A bit.
I mean, I'd be cool with mentioning that, but with the disclaimer that it's just a brainstorming concept right now.
Yeah. We remember when we brainstormed a PvP thing?
Yeah.
We said it was a brainstorm, and then people were
That's-
with pitchfork and like, "Hey, don't do that! You fucking devs!" Like, we're just discussing. Don't do it! We hate you! We're gonna kill your kids and wife. Okay. So,
I remember that. Yeah, it's a good point.
So we should not just say, "Hey, it's a brainstorm," well, or actually just "Meh, don't care," and then say it anyway. It's not a big thing. I mean, I wouldn't mind talking about it. Because I love it, so I can defend my idea. So defend a half-baked idea is pretty hard, but this one...
But the thing is about what we talked yesterday, I thought it was just for some place, not all. Is it?
It's gonna be hard to talk about
Yeah,
this
it's hard
without
to talk
mentioning anything.
But it's just for some. It's not for all platform, right?
Yes, it's... Well... okay, I get what you mean.
So I don't know.
It's unlockable from one platform, but it's from all platforms. If you know what I mean.
But we have to go there to unlock it.
Okay, yes. But anyway, I'm gonna go back to this screen over here. Whoop! And fuck it, I'm just sharing this without thinking. Can I zoom on this? Zoom!
This is how you get ants.
Zoom! I can't freaking zoom.
Option up
Hang
there.
Option my ass.
You go in option, you can zoom from option.
You're an option.
When do we get a Kojak scroll? That's a very good question.
A Kojak scroll, yeah, that's right.
And it broke the game.
Yeah.
The
You
game
get
just
it, it's like,
freezes.
hi, and then it freezes and you have to refresh the page.
Freeze.
Alright, got it now. Badoosh! So that's
My
the That was the different thing of... I'm gonna remove this. Or just put it like this. Alright. So we had the multiplayer thing, which is like a huge thing. We don't even know how to do it, but yeah. Prestige system is pretty cool as well. That will allow us to make more. Well, that's a building in the hell, basically. We wanted it to be like you pour your items, your stars item in there. As I said here, it's an item sink. So you can put, like, give me 100 stars. And
yeah, that's
when you
a pretty
give
cool
it,
idea.
Pooch, you're gonna get another prestige, and blah blah blah. You know, so it's another way to crave for those items. Although we might want to do the automatic grabbing chest thing. You know, because after a while, I don't collect chests anymore. I just don't care. I just take those white orbs in and out, and that's it, you know. So if I had a way that said like, hey, you have 17 chests just lying around, do you want to pick them up? And then I go, pick, tack, 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 or even automatically choose for me, something like that. That would be nice. But anyway, prestige system, that's a cool thing. This one, plus. We all agree. Oh, fuck you. We all agree on this one. So
yeah, 100%.
Alright, item 2.0, there's a lot of scratching your head on this one, actually, like how we fix all this. I don't think it's a high priority right now. I think it's gonna be in pair with something else. So, yeah, and also, before even thinking about the item 2.0, I would do the stat screen thing. You know, the same thing we did with the white orbs? Like something that pops out a huge Excel sheet that says you have this and that white orbs. So we're gonna have to do that with the DPS and skulls as well, just to be sure we're balancing properly. So this again, I want to put like a minus for now. Multi-ward farming, yeah, that's like one of them as well. I had the equipable socket boats, which is something that could expand and make even more and more items. You know, it makes an item more a la Diablo. So sometimes like an item will be nice to have in certain condition, or what?
No, nothing. I just yawned. Yep. Sorry.
So
I thought you were boring.
You thought, but I wasn't.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so this one, the socket bows, we could make like take 10 items and make a equipable socket for the boat, and the socket will have like 1, 2, or 3 bonuses or something like that, you know. So it could like a normal bonus will make multiply by 2 DPS. Like for example. Normal would gives you only 1 bonus. You remember, Etienne, what we did for Center Coliseum?
Yeah.
So there was like only 1 bonus. If you had like uncommon, there was 2 bonuses, blah, 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 blah. So in that way, we could even have normal that are better than because we can have like multiply by 2 DPS, and we're gonna have like up to multiply 20 DPS. We don't care, you know, that goes super up. So a rare item, a normal item can be better than a rare item, but a rare item will give you 3 bonuses. So it will give us like a nice layer of strategy, and we could make it like take usual items like this and create a random item, something like that, you know. So it gives us like a huge opportunity to make new rewards, but yeah, that's the advantage of this one.
That's a cool idea. It's really fun, and but the thing I think about it is it won't add a lot of gameplay. Once you have your item, I think you will be kind of set. So it's a good idea. I like it, but I don't put it in priority because I don't think it will add that much gameplay.
You won't be set with a single item, actually. Like, if you have, for example, a normal item that gives you multiply by 4 DPS, and then you get an item that gives you multiply by 3 skulls and multiply it by 2 DPS. You only have a choice to make, you know?
I get it, but I don't think it will bring as much gameplay as, for example, the bounty system.
Okay, so it doesn't change your...
I don't hate it, I don't think it's a bad idea or something like that. I think it's a good idea, but well, I think it's not a priority because it doesn't bring as much gameplay as the bounty system, which bring a lot of gameplay.
Yeah, well, as stated here anyway, bounty system is first in line anyway. I think that's whatever we do here, bounty system is first.
Okay. Yeah. So, but my only point is I won't put that in priority. But it's still a good idea, and I get it.
Yippee! And then there was the skill tree. The skill tree, which is
skill tree. I think the skill tree and prestige system are kind of the same thing. Oh, the skill tree was only for Bob, right?
Yes. Yeah, skill tree is only for Bob.
Yeah.
I think we could even do something.
I have the skill tree. It was made before the day one of the Bible.
Oh man, I wonder if I still have it.
I have it.
You have it?
Oh, you have it. Oh, nice.
Yeah, I have the skill tree, but I don't think it make any sense anymore.
No.
It uses all the icons from the other monsters too.
Because some of the because some of these bonuses are given in item form or building form or stuff like that. So they don't make that trees doesn't make sense anymore.
There's a lot of files in there.
Yeah. You have to go back at the beginning of the production. It was made before the game was out.
I think what we can do for the skill tree to kind of bring it up to speed with the rest of the game is to kind of merge it into the other idea I had about spells for Bob.
I have a new idea, an update on the skill tree. I think it should work with Black Orb.
Orb of color.
Yep.
Latch, Larkland posted a skill tree in the chat.
Oh.
It might be the one.
Oh. What?
What? Holy shit!
How did you get that?
It's on Emily's, on her portfolio.
Ah, okay, so that was not even for, okay, so...
This
was... That's like giving me a big punch flashback from 2013, actually.
Yeah, this was the first version of Zombiedal call. What was it called? It was
Zomvasion.
It was Zomvasion, which is not even an idle game.
Yeah, that was so okay, we were working on a game called Zomvasion in 2013, and then the tragic story of 2013 happened at Berzerk. So basically we had to fire everybody at Berzerk because we had no money left. So we lost our office, we lost everybody, all our team of 9 people, everything
and
gone.
Part of my mental illness.
Yeah, it was.
And that never came back.
And that never came back. So that was very hard. So, what we did is we decided to take the assets we had done for Zomvasion and create another game, which became Zombiedal now. But so what you have right now, what you have found is on Emily's portfolio. She had done the skill trees and everything. So that was for another game. So there's a couple of icons that looks the same, but that's the story behind it.
I think I have old file of Zomvasion.
What?
Well,
I gotta see this.
I
and
just
you
got
can
it.
see what kind of game it was.
It's opening. It's opening on my screen. Not to steal the show, but
okay.
You're still seeing the show.
I'm stealing the show. Everybody talk about me. Sounds like this student needs a video documentary in the dark time of Berzerk. Dude, there's so much stuff.
Zombiedal just needs a documentary.
I would be faster. These are tower for Zomvasion, which is the ancestor of Zombiedal.
Yep.
These are peasant.
Yeah, the interface doesn't open. The file is too...
It was a completely different game. It has nothing to do with Zombiedal, but you can see some of the asset was reused. It was kind of a puzzle, tower defense stuff.
Yep.
There's a lot of assets there. Do you think that we might be able to reuse some of those for future?
You know, I have a lot of visual asset. I also have a lot of visual asset for Sands of the Colosseum too, but reuse all these assets.
He Defender says, I want to play some Invasion now. There we go.
I don't know if you have the game. I think there was a demo of the game.
Shit.
Wasn't it the janitor game or something?
The what?
We had a janitor game that you just.
Oh!
Oh yeah.
Holy
What?
shit.
Holy shit!
Okay. I
I
got
like that
something.
the options menu is exactly the same.
Yeah, right? It's exactly the same thing.
Dude.
There's the world's upgrades. There we go. So all the upgrades are here. You have to click on them to get the items. But I don't remember the game that much.
Holy shit.
That's weird.
Yeah.
Now people are gonna start asking for a tower defense minigame in Zombital.
Yeah, there we go. Yeah, we had to defeat those things, and there's like... I don't
That
know.
was Vincent's game.
I don't remember. There. It's something like that, and then you can increase that guy and can increase your...
Someone
Is that
say
it?
I should do my I should clean my room. Yeah,
Hang on.
you're right.
I'm
You're right.
busy. I'm
Too much
busy
project.
playing.
Not much my room.
Shut up. I'm busy playing. Yay! Victorious bastard. Next. Holy shit. Yeah, so that was a in-progress game. There's a lot of bugs here and there.
We could add it to Zombital as a minigame / event.
Not gonna happen.
That game is that game is not finished.
Not gonna happen. You know, it looks...
I'm not sure if the fun is in the game. I
Yeah.
think we had to.
One has to be
implement
patched
fun.
in.
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly.
Fun is DLC.
Yeah, it looks like... That's a fun thing, though. That's a fun thing to talk about. It looks Finnish-ish, right? There's no sounds or stuff like that. But it looks like very near completion. So, if you go back, like, and ask me from the past, like 10 years ago, and say, how much time does it take for that game to be completed? I would probably say, like, a week or two, maybe. But now I'm like... 3 months, like at
Yeah.
least,
Yeah.
and I hope it will be funny at the end, you know.
Yeah.
So yeah, if you think that game is near completion, I mean, just you know. Anyway, that was
I
fun.
still have problems estimating how long shit takes in Zombital, and we've been doing a 2-week update cycle for the last year.
Yeah.
One game
it's
that
impossible
was
to
pretty
do.
crazy that way was a game I made with Bedal a long time ago. Was for Adult Swim called what is it called?
Titan Lunch?
Lunchtime.
Titan Lunch. Yeah, Titan Lunch.
Yeah.
Titan Lunch was boring as fuck, and it looked finished like that, but it was boring. We had to put a lot of effort just to make it fun. And once it was finished, it was pretty fun, but it was a lot of little thing, and it's pretty hard to see where it's going. There's some game that's pretty easy to do, like weirdly enough, adventure game are easy to do because the fun is pretty easy to do, and you just have to put content in it. But game like that, like puzzle game and stuff like that, are hard to do because the game seems finished, but it's not, because it's not fun. You just do thing and okay, I win, so what?
Yeah. I remember that you were very concerned about that game for a while. Like like you were saying, like, man, the game is dull, but you know, I know what's broken, but fuck, we're 3 months in and I still don't like the game. What have I done? Blah blah blah. You know, so we had a lot of concerns. But then you just like rush it up like a man. You walk in there in that office and you worked and you finished it up, and it was a very well done piece. Actually, it was like 9 stars out of 10 on Adult Swim. So it was It wasn't a
Yeah,
very popular game.
it eventually became fun, but it wasn't at the beginning at all. It was a pretty hard game to make fun.
Yeah.
Bring me back some memory.
Yeah. Good old days. Da- That's a very cool game.
You just jump on stuff and kill them.
Yeah.
That's
basically life.
yeah,
That's basically life.
yeah. It's a metaphor for life. Jump on stuff and kill them with a giant sword.
That was a very cool game, though.
Yeah,
Very simple one, but
it seems simple, but actually I thought it was more difficult to make than many adventure games that we
even
made.
bosses, man.
Yeah, there's
That
bosses.
that sound was weird.
Kind of looks like the flying squid.
That's nice. Yep, there you go. That's the. I think the eyes are. Yeah, I think the animation of the eyes you took the same, right?
For which one?
The
No,
pupil.
but it's just something I do. Weird eyes that look everywhere.
Okay.
I like weird eyes. I think it's a shame we only have two.
You missed the good old time of NES where the bosses only always have the shit ton of eyes, or was a simple literal eye floating around killing
Yeah.
you.
I like eyes.
You like eyes. I miss those.
He let
times.
you see.
It let you see as well. I miss
I
the
will-
time where the scary thing was brains or mouth or eyes.
Floating.
It was like a giant brain with a mouth
Yeah.
inside of it.
Yeah, like the last boss of Doom is my favorite boss of all time, ish. On the design, I mean, I'm just laughing about the design because it's just like a big brain with two eyes on top of metallic spider legs that can jump around, reverse itself, and also a rocket launcher.
What's that like? There was a thing in the old game that I know it was because the Nintendo was unable to process background during boss fight, but I really like the old game. When you go to a boss fight, everything became black.
Yeah.
There's just you and the boss, and it's something I know it's because of technical difficulty, but I really like the ambience of that, and it's something.
It create hypes.
Yeah.
Okay, so after that, I'm gonna go back to some vital. There was one last thing in that list, actually. Lottie Karma Cup! Lottie Karma Cup! Congrats for the win! Okay, there we go. So there was the skill tree. Yeah, that's what went into that huge tangent.
Yeah.
I remember now. So the skill tree, yes, I will make it. I would make it work with Black Orb. Like every time you have a Black Orb, you can choose between two options. I don't know if you guys played StarCraft 2. There was an evolution trees that worked like you had the choice between bonus
In the
1.
campaign, right?
Yeah. So there was a choice between bonus 1 or bonus 2, and you had to choose between which one you wanted, like this. And at any time you could toggle with one or the other. So that could be something simple like this, or maybe bonus 3, but anyway, something like that,
Yeah, I think Black Orb should eventually be some point that you can move around.
Yeah. But I will make it low priority, because for that, to make it interesting, first, every time we include a new world, we should have something new into the skill tree as well, so we always have to synchronize those two. So it's gonna add more work in our faces. So it's a layer that adds work. And
I'm also on low priority.
Alright, cool.
I think it's a low priority.
Agreed.
Okay. So, yeah, the last thing was the Stats Plus thing. So the Stats Plus is just a quality of life, actually, but it will take a while to do. Basically, we worked on something that allow the player to see which world gives what during X condition according to his items. So if you're on World 1, a normal bust give me X and an uncommon bust give me Y. So we have that huge list like this. So we made that internally, so it pumps out an Excel sheet and we can see for each game what's happening. But it allowed us to understand a couple of things in the late game. And we saw a little bug into the formula, something that could have broken in the long run. But anyway, my point is, by doing so, we saw that we had some little problems here and there in the balancing, or some warnings, if I can say. So we kind of need those same thing for the monster DPS and the skulls as well, to see like how much items gives X, Y, and Z into the big formula of skulls giving and DPS bringing, you know. And then we'll be able to say, okay, how do we do the item 2.0 X, Y, and Z? Because I'm pretty sure that we're gonna find very interesting thing by having a huge, big-ass detail sheet of the formula for DPS and skulls.
Yep. People are actually already doing something similar. People are making spreadsheets to help calculate like the health of houses and your DPS. And actually, one of the guys from Congregate has made, and I think one of the guys from Discord too, have made event currency calculators.
You made what? Event currency calculators. Dying. Okay.
Yeah, people are already ahead of us on this whole like spreadsheet stats thing.
So yeah. So multi-wall farming. Okay, so apart the bounty system, if you had to pick one, Etienne, Kojak, and Mike.
Prestige system.
What? I was about to say, like, tell it at the same time, and you just did. Okay.
Prestige system, then multiplayer.
Prestige
or
system.
maybe multiplayer and first. I don't know which one will be the most pressing.
Okay.
Bounty, then one of these two.
Kojak.
Bounties is like number one, yeah. Multi-world farming.
Multi-world farming. Okay, so
yep.
Kojak says this. And what about the next one? Like, select two.
Oh, select two?
Yeah.
I would say multi-world farming, and then does battery count, or can I just include batteries with?
Batteries there.
All right, then batteries.
Okay. Mike.
Multiplayer first, then bounties.
Bounties is out of the list.
Bounties.
Because with bounty we will do as the first thing anyway.
Oh, multi-world farming then.
All right. And mine will be. We're gonna have some problems here. I really like the Cobalt Socket. Whoa! Morty, I turned myself into a subscription break! Lord Fritters! Oh man, love you.
Why does any man do anything? Only because I could. Oh my god.
The reason they will do it, which they can't, is because they could, which they can't.
I really watch that show.
Watch that word. You were one letter off of saying a bad word.
Okay, so yeah, that will be my pick actually. That will be my pick. Yeah, so we have a problem. Well, actually, the multiplayer is the one that makes the most vote.
Yeah.
If I had a pick
That's
3,
4
my
points.
third pick would be multiplayer.
So yeah, that makes the amount of points will be on multiplayer. That's it. It's cemented. We'll make some multiplayer next thing.
the thing with multiplayer, though, I think it's pretty big thing to do, right?
Multiplayer, there's so many question mark.
Yeah, so many hours of work and not much more in game.
Here is the problem. with that, once we start working on multiplayer, that's pretty much it. Like, from then on out, all the work that we do, all the balancing and all the maintenance that we do is going to be for multiplayer. So I want to have a very solid single player experience and then go into multiplayer. And I think right now, with the battery, with the multi-world farming, and with, bounties are just going in. But with battery and multi-world farming, I think it could be actually pretty stable. Prestige and skill tree would be two really nice to haves, but I don't think they're necessary.
Okay, let me craft this up. Kojak says prestige and skill tree goes there. Is that it?
Yes.
Okay, good.
I have one thing to say about multiplayer though. It seems like people don't like multiplayer. As we can see, a lot of people saying, "Yeah, multiplayer, yeah, I don't like that." But the problem is with multiplayer is that corporate love multiplayer.
Corporate at the end.
Not corporate at the end, but to give you an example, if we want to have maybe a feature spot on some place, people love corporate love multiplayer. So maybe it won't be PvP, that's for sure, because people really don't like that. But what we can
PvP,
do,
yeah, exactly.
try to please both. So I think multiplayer should be maybe a small portion of the game,
Yeah,
not
totally.
a must.
The way I
It should
see
be-
multiplayer is just like a second quest or something that will give you an advantage of like 10% on your single player games, but not
That's
replacing the whole thing, you know.
Yeah,
it
thinking more like a
doesn't
guild system, maybe, or something. Yeah.
Yes.
have- you
I do
don't
just want to.
No,
I
go
do just
ahead.
want to interject really quick because people are saying like, "Oh God, no, -1." Multiplayer will not be like I go fight Simon. Like
Yeah,
that's
it's not PvP.
no. It is going to be co-op, which means you join up with your friends. You get bonuses for being in a party with your friends, and then potentially parties against other parties, but not me versus you. Like that's not something we're doing.
Yep.
maybe kill a boss with a friend. I don't know.
'Cause right
It
now,
really should be.
I'm playing a game called Doomsday Clicker, and there's multiplayer, and it's a clicker game, kind of like Adventure Capitalist.
Wait, what?
And,
How's that?
It's called
I started playing that too.
Doomsday Clicker. I sent you an invite not really long time ago. So I'm gonna
Yeah.
do something. I can post an invite for my game. So I don't know how they do that. I'm gonna post the invite on Twitter live. So I don't know what's gonna happen. I'm gonna have like a tweet live over there. I guess it's a huge. I'm doing a huge. There we go. I'm doing a huge favor for Doomsday and I'm promoting their game. If you go over there, you should be my friend in the game, and then I'll see how they manage it, because I don't know how they do it, and I don't know how it impacts it. I think it gives like a premium currency over time. Like it gonna, for example, it gives you 5 diamonds per week per friend that you have, or something like that. I think it's something simple like this.
Hey,
Anyway, let's see.
someone just gave me a pretty good idea. People say they don't want PvP because maybe they will be cheater and stuff like that, and PvP is kind of out of the way. But someone say, I want to battle Kojak in PvP. Why don't we make PvP? You can only fight us.
That'd be pretty awesome.
I like
You
it.
can only fight Latch,
You can only
Berzerk,
fight
Edgy,
me.
and Kojak in
Punch me in
PvP.
the face.
The rest is co-op. The only PvP is against us.
So it's everybody against Berzerk. Nice. I like it.
That would be pretty awesome.
Yeah, PvP,
Yeah,
exactly.
PvT, exactly.
Player versus dev.
That would I like that.
Honestly, it could be fun.
Yep.
PVD.
But that's
Yeah.
that's more a challenge than a. Well, actually, no.
Yeah.
Okay, if like we're playing.
Yeah. they play against our game, but yeah, we cannot cheat, or if we cheat, we have control of how much we cheat.
We cannot cheat. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah,
the developer cannot
Bob,
cheat.
a little Bob, you face a little Bob, but with the latch face on it.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, someone just asked, how can you stop somebody from like setting a macro to click 200 times? And that's why I said once we start working on multiplayer, we basically spend all of our time focusing on that, because we kind of have to make it a separate system. We kind of have to introduce like a multiplayer only currency that we hand out in very controlled amounts in the single player game, so the people who are super far don't vastly outperform the brand new players.
No, the way I was seeing the multiplayer thing is we wanted to make a bounty system, right? That will be like in the next update. The bounty system will give you mission 1, 2, and 3 that are available every 4 hours, right?
Okay.
Following? You're following? Okay, so this will be like kill 5 villagers, update or open 5 chests or blah blah blah, you know? So there will be like bounties like this. Those bounties will give you a star or an egg or whatever, something. It has to give something like an icon to see into the building. So that's the single bounty thing. Now the multiplayer thing is you can have like 5, 10 or 20 into your guild. You can talk with each other, and if you have reached 100 stars after 1 week, your team gets a bonus, either an item or the team level up or something like that, you know? So the bounty system will be all individual, but if the team has been able to make 100 bounty within a period of time, it will give a bonus. And that's how I envision the multiplayer. Very simple, and then you can see the stats, you can see the game of other people as well, but everyone wants to be like active and play the game so they can reach that. And it's binded with time, so it cannot be like the later player or super far or something like that. If we make it as a team experience point, what we can do, well, you know what I will do. You get team experience point, and your team goes up in level. All right, so level 5, 10, whatever. Or you know, I'm gonna remove that for now. Boop, boop. The reward here will be a equipable socket item for your boat. You know, since this is super random and it will be very hard to have, after 1 week you can have like 1 item. It can be a normal, it can be rare, but it's basically kind of a lottery of will it be better or worse or whatever, you know. So it could be a chest containing 3 sockets for the boat or something like that. So that will be something that can recurrently work, and again, it works with the bounty system. So every week you have something new to do, you have something new to crave for, and it can delay or it can help us work on Infernax. That's my point. BAM!
Yeah.
Or if you remove the reward thing here, what we can do is give experience point to the team, and the team can reach a maximum of level 5, 10, or whatever. So the bonus is stuck after a while, you know, and the bonus maximum is multiplied by 10 DPS or whatever. So it reach a maximum. So that's another way to do it. But basically, the bounty system here, that's how I see it. You do stuff single player. If your team reach this amount here, you get something after a week. Basically, that's the old gist. And then what we do as a reward, as a team or whatever, that's up to debate.
Yeah. Yeah, as long as it doesn't interfere that much with single player, and people who won't play in a guild won't feel that they are missing that much.
Mm-hmm.
That's the main thing, because yeah.
Yeah.
I don't. The problem is I don't see a lot of. I see a lot of interest in multiplayer from let's say corporate, but I would like to see more interest from player. Is there a way to please the player? Because
Never.
Never.
Yeah, I know.
That's pretty funny. Yeah, I think that people are just concerned that we'll do it wrong.
Yeah.
Mhm.
I think that's the big reason people are having the gut reaction, is because they've seen existing games. Like my roommates were just getting all pissed off because the new Shadow of Mordor game is going to have loot boxes and microtransactions. And he was like losing his shit because Shadow of Mordor is going to have loot boxes, and he's like, I'm sick and tired of every game having it. So I can understand that the gut reaction from a lot of people is like, anytime multiplayer is mentioned or anything like that, people are instantly.
There's a thing to, if you pay the AAA price for a game, having microtransaction in it after that, kind of feel yeah.
Yeah. So. Yeah, I totally agree, and I can totally understand the initial gut reaction, but I think we're close enough to our community that as long as we're open and transparent about the things that we're planning on doing, once we actually do have more of a concrete plan in place, we can get that feedback from people, you know, and we can also roll it out slowly over time. Like, this isn't just going to be one huge update that's like, here you go, you know, have fun with that.
I remember the first idea, it was to create the guild hall and just create a little bit of bonuses for having a guild member, and that was it for the first update of multiplayer. Just a place for people to yeah, the rubbish hall, just a place for people to talk and maybe get a little bonus of for each guild member.
Just for building a team.
Yeah, just for building a team. That was the first thing. Then maybe slowly implement. Yeah, going step by step, slowly implementing. So if we implement, I don't know, guild quests, you have to defeat a monster together, and people hate it, you can also just go back. So maybe the first move should be just have a guild hall, talk together, maybe, and just that's it.
Yeah, totally. I mean, the first step for me will be step 1. Have a friend list.
Yeah.
That's it, you know, and you can see their amount of white orbs or something like that, you know, because I'm competing with my brother and one of my friend, and they're higher than me, and we are always every week comparing our game and say like, where are you? Oh damn, I'm at this place and all that. So we're playing competitively against each other. So I have a friend list with like a kind of a friend leaderboard or something like that. So step 1 will only be that, and that will take an entire 2 or 3 weeks to do. Because we have to invite people, we have to create this, we have to load, we have an interface to do. I have a shit ton of stuff just to do that simple step, you know?
Yeah, it's kind of ridiculous.
Yeah, exactly. So then step 2 could be guild building, or I don't know, the reward based on your friend or something like that. So, yeah, it's something that cannot be done in 2 or 3 weeks for sure. The entire thing,
And, one thing I want to address too is Pear-Shaped Scorpion is saying, I'm concerned because the single player in Zombital is far from finished and you want to drop support for a while. That was why I was saying that I want to do the couple of things first before multiplayer. Is I want to make sure that before we start working on that, we have a very solid single player experience.
Yeah, but But it won't mean that we will drop totally the multiplayer experience. There will still be events and stuff like that after the multiplayer thing. Multiplayer is just one feature in the game. It won't be... Now it's a multiplayer game. Go fuck yourself if you don't want to play with people. It won't be that.
Okay, I misheard you.
I missed that bit too.
I was like,
I was concerned for a moment.
Go fuck yourself if you don't want to. We kind of heard the opposite of what you just said.
Oh, okay.
I agreed for that. Okay, cool. I was
Give me a little bit of
a.
It won't.
Serial Killer is asking a legit question. How will that work across platform? If you are, you can add a player from another platform, so that doesn't work. Like the easiest solution will be for us. I mean. Will be to take your username for Berzerk Pals and make that feature Berzerk Pals only, but that kind of sucks because you have to register to have the multiplayer thing, so that's bad for us as well, but that's something we can do pretty easily with only using that, because it will be pretty easy to do.
Yeah.
But then what we can do is tell like what's the platform and what's the code, like the thing on the bottom left here, not here. Where's some vital? Where is it?
You closed it.
It's gone.
I think doing it Berzerk Pals exclusive solves more problems than it creates, but that's just me.
Yeah, well, it doesn't create problem. The big thing is it adds a step for multiplayer thing. If like if I want to play with somebody else and I have to subscribe to a random shit and enter my email and everything, we're gonna lose a lot of players.
Yeah, that's true.
But another thing, should we allow multiplayer for player at the beginning of the game?
No, I will make it like a building
late
hell
game
or something.
thing.
Yeah.
Yeah, and if it's a late game thing, I don't think it will be as a problem, because you are in the game. You know what you signed for. The problem if you open the game and you go sign there, this is annoying. But if you are already playing the game, I don't see the problem.
Yeah, well, define late game. For me, late game is like when you unlock. Well, no, I will give the multiplayer when you unlock the cell phone, for example. Not on late game where we are right now. Otherwise, I would just say like, well, fuck multiplayer. Because, yeah.
Well, mid-world 1?
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah,
but if you are mid-world 1, you still know what the game is, and you know if you want to play multiplayer or not.
Yeah, well, it's still a step further. We're gonna lose people anyway, and we're gonna lose. Like, if the point of multiplayer is having more people in the game, we're gonna lose people if we ask them to create an account with emails and everything. There's a lot of people who just say, well, fuck it.
Okay.
Yep. Well, anyway, like the multiplayer thing, I think we should put that in low priority for now. I don't see much excitement from the chat as well, from you guys. I don't see like, oh, I want that a lot. Maybe like the step 1 would be nice to have a friend listing. So that'd be cool. But I don't see much excitement. Plus, we are having like a hard time to define all that thing. And we're just saying like more and more. The more we dig, the more we see problems we need to fix. That will take like 2 months, and I'm not even exaggerating. Like 4 updates, 4 complete updates, which we have to fill with events, so it's not boring updates. So it's gonna take like about 3 months just to make those things. So maybe we should just focus on multiplayer. Not multiplayer. The opposite. We should just focus on the rest for a long time. And we have the collab thing, actually. The collab event, which will bring new blood into the game. Which will bring new people into the game anyway. So, if it's the point of multiplayer to bring new blood, we already have the collab that does that in maybe in a better way. You know, because the one thing that I very scared of is that we spend 2 or 3 months implementing the multiplayer thing. Finally, we have it, and let's say it's work and everything, but it does
Nobody
not bring.
care.
Nobody cares, and nobody. It does not bring more people into the game. You know.
Yeah, and as we say, corporate promises like, yeah, if you have multiplayer, we will feature you.
Yeah.
And we have multiplayer. Nope.
Yeah, that's a very real possibility.
It's not cash thing. Yeah.
Yeah, it's a long shot.
Yeah, it's really a long shot, and it costs a lot. So yeah. When I say I want it in second place, I want it done, well done, and without time. That's
like I press
you just want to reach
in
into the
there.
future and pull multiplayer out of the future,
yeah, exactly.
and then like put it in the
Nice.
game.
Yeah. That's why I put Prestige in STEM in first, because I think it's cool and it's feasible. Multiplayer, I just want it to be done.
Yeah.
But I don't want to pay for it.
I think the best course of action for us is to work on the 9 huge updates that we already have, that we want to do, that we've made mock-ups for.
There's
but
also
in the-
a lot of collaboration coming.
Yeah.
And collaboration and also season event.
Yeah, we have the holidays
hard.
coming up.
Yeah, there's a.
There's my
That's a long
birthday
thing.
also. My birthday's coming up also. Can we make
Yeah,
an event
yeah.
for my birthday?
Your birthday. Did we make an event for Latch birthday?
Yeah, all the diamond for me. Like every time you collect a diamond, it actually goes to my face and it goes to my game.
Yes.
So
We just have
there's
the corporate latch emote up at the top.
20,000 people collecting diamonds from me. Thank you so much, guys.
Oh, that'd be so good. But
It's like a huge feature. Yeah, go ahead, go Jack.
I was just gonna say, I think the best thing for us to do is make some mock-ups of what we imagine multiplayer to look like, and how we imagine it to function, the whole co-op and guild thing. Then I think people might be more receptive to it.
Yep.
I still like the idea of PvP, but just against us.
Yes, the PVD. Yeah.
PVD thing.
PvD,
Yeah.
yeah. I like that idea.
Well, we should have like a world, which is the Berzerk world, and there's like scalable bosses, and it's us. It's only us. And we can fight. It's Yen, Kojak, Latch, that's it, you know.
That'd be pretty good.
My idea is they will just
Marshland. Mike.
we
Nah,
fake
I don't exist. It's fine.
we fake that they can go to our L and destroy our building and stuff. And then we just pop at the bottom of the screen when our L is destroyed and do, oh no, what are you doing?
Oh, that sounds like such a fun update to do. I am so on
Yeah.
board.
Yeah, destroy developers L.
I'm so on
Nice.
board with this.
Mm.
It's the first co-op event. It's
Yeah.
the
Stack
first
developer.
multiplayer event.
Okay then. I guess it's fixed for the multiplayer thing. Let me drop another giveaway. Boom, like this. So then, well, we still have like a bounty system that we want to do. Plus, I think we have enough job for the next 5 months already.
Yeah.
It will be what's next though? What other thing we could put in there? You know, we started the whole debate by saying we need a way to work on Infernax. So how about we go back? Vatic Toxic, by the way, congratulations for those diamonds. How about just for lulzies, we look at this and say which one will help us into having a break of working on Zombital and be able to work on Infernax?
Clearly the bounty system.
Bounty system, yeah. But it's already
Yeah,
in, so I shall just like remove this from there.
Okay.
Yes!
Yes.
So, yeah, it's already next. Like, there's no question.
Yeah, exactly. So, whoops.
My vote is still the same, actually.
I still vote the same. Multiplayer first. Corporate.
Multiplayer first.
I think the prestige system.
How could the multi-world farming help for waiting for the next update? Like, how can it make it? How can it help us not work on Zombital for the multi-world farming?
Multi-world farming gives us another avenue to expand the game in an interesting direction, because we can make craftable monsters. We can make monsters that you get from bounties. We can make like the generals idea that we talked about.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I was just talking with Chad on my stream.
Yeah, okay, yeah, good.
And we came up with like a general that turns all chests into rubbish. You can find a general that turns all chests into tablets. You can find you can do generals that gives you more skulls or more white orbs, or hell, a general that like you make that's a puppet of one of your monsters, and it takes a certain percentage of that monster's DPS.
Okay,
Like,
okay. Because
There are so many concepts and ideas that we can put into that.
So yeah, remember your way to for multi-world farming is different than mine. Then it's basically
Objection.
Objection.
Objection. But yeah, it's pretty good. It's pretty good system to give us more stuff to work on. And the idea is having a system that give us less stuff to work on. So yeah, it's a good update.
Take that.
But yeah, that was it.
Combined with the bounties, if you have only a certain number you can craft, if you only have a certain number you can get from bounties, that would mean that the weekly bounty reward could be a general of that type. So that would actually give us way more options for the loot table for bounties, which would mean less time that we actually need to focus on making new content for Zombital.
Yeah, your reason for multi-world farming is exactly the same reason for me for the equipable socket boat. Actually, it's gonna create this huge ass amount of new reward that we can equip to X, Y, and Z. You know, so I totally get what you mean by that, because you can have like as you say, like a general. The general, will they be collectible or random? Like, is there an inventory of 60 generals, for example, in that very game here? You get a bunch of, I'm gonna name them general, but that's basically it. There's a bunch of characters that can be there, but there's only 60 of them, and you have to collect them all. Or is it Diablo?
I would say Diablo.
Okay.
Just because that gives more, like, that lets us make more, so we're not bound by just like, oh, we can only make 7 types. And then that lets players have more flexibility with what they want to focus on. That lets people say, like, oh, hey, the current meta is like, put your orb general in world 6, then farm the rest of them with, you know, rubbish generals or whatever. I'm not sure how I feel about having a multiple of the same. I would rather you just like level up that general so he gets to be like a 5-star general or something.
Yeah.
Because I like the sound of that. But that's where my head is at. I would rather see more and then let you pick and choose which ones you want. And maybe they just be unique. But yeah, there would be another small inventory, like in the map screen of like your current list of.
Something more like non-stop night then. Oh shit, I don't have non-stop night anymore. Damn it!
Yes.
But non-stop night, they have a pet system, and the pet system, there's 15 of them. There's only 15 of them, and you have to collect 10 stars of one pet to unlock the pet. and then you can collect like 20 more to level up to level 5. But each pet has a unique thing. Like this one freeze, this one makes poison, this one makes fire, this one does melee damage. Blah 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 blah. So that will be more like this then. Like you have 15 general, which maybe they can be upgradable X, Y, and Z, but this one makes multiply DPS, multiply skulls, multiply white orbs, convert chests into whatever, blah blah blah. Okay.
What I'm saying, I'm not sure I'm being clear, but what I see about equipable socket for both and multi-world farming, it give us a good opportunity to create new content, create general, create new item, create new stuff. But it give us an opportunity to create. The difference with the prestige system and also the bounty system is the prestige doesn't give us stuff to create, it just gave a goal to attain. And since it's just a goal to attain and not something to create, it gives us less work, which allow us to work on Infernax. That's my point.
So the prestige system
I think these are two beautiful items, but it allow us to create more stuff. But if the goal of the game is to create less to work on the Zombidal Infernax, I think prestige system is better. And yeah, I sound like I'm being lazy, but
Webster says this.
yeah.
Well, it gives us.
Don't get me wrong. These are a pretty good idea, and they will expand the game maybe more than the prestige system.
Yeah, I guess what you mean.
I guess that's my issue with the prestige system right now, is that it is a huge power bump for players, but it's kind of like, hey, go hang out at the end of World 7. Because like we have a huge power bump.
That's maybe the problem with that.
Yeah.
The new content that we kind of dole out over time with the bounties.
But everything is so.
Well, not that much. I mean, the prestige system will have to be like, it will advantage people on late game, while the multi-world farming and the socket both will still give the reward like once at a time. You know, like if you have 250 stars in your inventory right now, you're gonna level up super fast, and then you're gonna be like way faster. But if we implement those rewards over there, you're still gonna start at the same place as everybody and get one per week or something like that, you know. You see my point?
I would love to do the prestige system after like multi-world farming. Yeah, I think the prestige system is like not just a nice to have, but something that we really should do.
Yeah.
But that's my only concern with it, is that it would just rapidly accelerate people to just the end of the current content that we have.
Well, the prestige system can be in the Hell building, and the Hell building can be upgradable, and the level of the building will make the maximum of prestige you can make. So like you have to upgrade the like if it's on level 1, you can only prestige 3 times, and then we release a new level of the prestige system later on, you know, instead of just like boom, you can prestige 40 times right now. We can cap it. That's my point, basically.
Yeah, that's actually a really good idea, is then we can kind of dole it out as needed.
Yeah. So although the problem there now is it's not gonna create a goal for people. People will just max that goal and that's it.
Yeah.
So we're back on square one.
Yeah, we're still back to, you know, people making shards and then only going 5 levels higher. Good point.
We have to set goal. That's the not give stuff. I think that much is it's the name of the game for that. not power update like that. Just give more power, but give more thing to do. I think that's the main thing. That's why the bounty system makes so much unanimity, because it's only we give stuff, but it's only goal. So that's really the main thing.
Yeah.
What if we see that the wrong way? What if instead of just doing these thing, what maybe the bounty system is the solution, and just have a bounty system at the first version of the bounty system, then have continue working to make it better.
Yeah.
Have maybe a version 2 of bounty system, or upgrade on the bounty system. I don't know.
Good point.
Because maybe the bounty system is the only solution we need for Infernax.
Ta-ta-ta!
The love was just around the corner. What he was looking for was just around the corner.
It was in front of your face the whole time.
Nice.
Yeah.
So, I'm not sure that I 100% follow.
We are working for a way to get more time to work on Infernax, right? So we want to have an update that help people to have more goal in the game without us having to continually put update every 2 weeks without blinking, without missing one. So maybe the bounty system is the solution for that. Maybe we don't need 2 or 3 things.
Maybe it's
just
enough.
need that. Yeah.
Okay.
And then we can do the other thing after, when we come back from a month of development on Infernax.
Okay. Gotcha.
And also, this is the holiday season, so maybe we do the bounty system and we prepare in advance. We do a rush. We do Christmas, Halloween, and all these things back to back, and we just put them when they're ready to start. So it will give us time to work.
Yeah.
But I think this is wishful thinking a little bit.
Well, it goes back to it's actually a good point of just saying, how about we make the first step and see, how about we just make the bounty system first, and because the bounty system, I don't know how you are a confident Kojak, but I think it's gonna be hard to put into a 2 weeks update. I don't know if you had this in mind, but there's a lot of interface.
But we have a lot of time.
Yeah,
because
we have 4 weeks, right?
We have 4 weeks because the next update is already done, except if there's a fire or something to.
That's right. Yeah, because the bounty system will require a couple of new interface. Like the first interface I would love to get rid of is this one, that phone over here. I would prefer to have this side goes exactly like this, whoop, So this side will just slide in, and you will be able to scroll up and down, instead of having this thing over there that takes like half of the screen and only have 4 buttons. So we'll be able to see our bounties in there quickly, and if we want to go to the bounties guy building, we can click there or something like that, But definitely, like, remove this and have it cover the left side of the screen instead, so it'll be easier to navigate there. So, anyway, my point is there's a lot of stuff to do for the bounty system first anyway. So we're going to be working on the bounty system for the next 4 weeks, and maybe we're going to learn that the first idea was bad, that when we're going to test it out, we'll be like, okay, we didn't figure that X, Y, and Z out. So I think that we should work on it, finish it up, and see where it goes afterwards.
Yeah, I definitely think that tackling the bounties is the best way to go, and then we can kind of reevaluate where we are after that.
Yeah.
Yeah, I wasn't thinking about like redoing the whole UI just to do bounties.
Yeah, me
Um,
neither.
Well,
Me neither.
we'll need a place to see what's your new bounties without making it
There will be a
annoying.
place in hell.
Yeah,
Yeah,
but
that's for
you
sure.
won't go in hell every time just to go check out your bounties. You
Yeah,
need to
but
see a way.
my idea was since it's a spoiler alert, it's a character in hell that will give you the bounty.
Mhm.
That character can send you mail on the dead phone, so you can see, or you can have a new app on your dead phone.
I was
I like the idea of the dead phone being a real phone that you can scroll and have apps and stuff.
oh, it could be texts from the snail.
Yeah.
I just don't
Oh,
want...
they know it's a snail now.
Oh shit, sorry.
What an
Whoopsie.
asshole.
Damn it.
Yeah.
I was considering making the bounties male, like Etienne said, but they could actually. Well, I guess yeah, if they're coming from that
I
character.
think
then
a new app will be cool.
Yeah, that's my point actually. I don't want to have to go there, wait, go there, scroll, click on the thing to have my bounties. I want that to be quick.
What
So I want
if,
to click
what-
here and see my bounties. There.
what if
Wait.
we change that, which we keep the dead phone and we just make it with a end like that coming from the bottom of the screen, and you can just you have something that you can swipe, and you at the bottom here, yeah, right there. You have a place when you can swipe, and it goes to another page, and you see all your bounty. And there's a hand coming from the bottom of the
well.
screen, like it's Bob hand. So it's like you're checking your phone. Okay, I'm checking my bounty, like that. I try to. You're checking your bounty, and you can see all your bounty like that.
I want to show you my idea because I think that you guys think I'm over redoing everything, but it's way simple than that. Way simpler than that. Hang on.
Simpler.
Simpler.
While you do that, I'll be right back.
He will never be back.
He's gone. He's gone. Okay.
I wish it didn't go, so I could go.
You want to go? Oh, it's been
Yeah,
2
but I
hours
will-
already, actually. So.
No, but I will wait to see what your point, then I will go take a leak.
Take a leak.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I can
actually,
do that right now.
I want to finish that out right now. I want to finish that up really quick. So.
No, don't worry if I make weird face.
You mean weirder faces?
Oh.
Weirder. Ah.
Snap.
Every
Oh,
time
snap.
you just speak, you're just throwing
It's very
knife
mean.
attack.
I'm just throwing
attack.
hands.
Yeah,
That's all I'm doing.
you're sitting there in the dark and just wake up to throw poison.
Yeah.
I am a toxic individual.
Okay, so that's a bit over the top, but you will see what I mean anyway. Whoops.
Okay, I get it.
So
Just
this,
have
that,
a
that.
larger phone.
Yeah, so just on the side, and you can still see your skills over there, you know, on top
Yeah,
of
we will have
everything.
to
Like this.
redesign a little bit the
The
spike.
phone. Yeah. So something like this, you know, and but yeah, the spikes are way too big. But
Yeah.
something a little bit more interface than
Yeah.
because right now here we're losing. Whoops. With the current we're losing a shit ton of space only to show 4 buttons, and I don't like that. We can make something very, very more subtle.
But
You're making it more subtle by making it bigger.
Yeah, hang on. we're gonna see more of like, I mean, here
But-
we have this space, but we need that really fucking big space to show this little thing over there. So if we
Well-
just take that space here and apply it here, will be better.
What if we make both things? The idea was make it better, a bit bigger, so you can have more icon. But what if we still use the idea of having Bob hold it?
Yeah, if you can figure that out.
I think that'd be
Then
pretty
we
cool.
get rid of the spike arm because they are the main problem.
Yeah,
actually.
basically, yeah. So, you know, something like this. Fuck.
Oh, we could call it the Death Phone 2.0, and then we could have like a skull with a bite taken out of the corner.
Yep.
Yeah.
I directly stole that from Numa Star.
Be right back.
Oh my god.
There.
Sun Vital is still in review. It's been in review for like 8 hours.
Nah. Kill 5 villagers.
I'll be sad to get rid of the spikes because I love the Death Clock reference, but
Yeah, I don't like them because I'm a bad person. So there you go. Kill 5 villagers. So yeah, something like this, you know. So basically, you just take the same amount of space of this thing over there.
yeah.
You know, it's about the same. I mean, I just did that in 5 seconds. And then you can see your bounties right over there. It's super easy, it's super convenient, and you can have more information in there. Plus, it will be easier to scroll up and down here, you know?
Yep.
So you just scroll there. So you see all your app on top, and you see that there. You can see here actually will be a better way to go to the arcane. You know, to have the fast, the quick option thing. That will make a better place there than on the other place. But I'm so used to this that I don't want to get rid of this. But
We can have
Hell
both.
Timer, yeah. Hell
Arcane Timer.
yeah. Go to
There's a
world.
lot that we can put there.
Yeah, go to world. You know, when you take the boat, you go there. So like fast travel options. Go to boat. Go to hell. Go to blah blah blah.
Yep. Yep, there's quite a lot we can
Sir
do there.
Maple Syrup, it was
Oh, yeah.
not ported to Unity. Some Vital is still in the air.
You know what I would even see? I would even see a combination of Etienne's idea and your idea.
Mm-hmm.
We could even move the phone out a little more, so it takes up a little bit, maybe a third of the screen.
Mm-hmm.
We just push the interface out of the way and kind of put the monsters in the building just to the side. But then we can do like Bob's thumb kind of coming up over the side of the phone. But then we
Yeah.
have a lot more space
Yeah,
to
over
put more
here.
apps.
Like,
Yeah,
a
and if
big
we keep
thumb
the
over there.
spike, we can put the thumb cut on the thumb, and the thumb is bleeding because
Every time it comes up, it feels more band-aids.
Tongue is
that's-
bleeding. Nice.
But yeah,
Yeah.
The phone is so bad it hurt my hand.
Yeah.
you could
So,
even
yeah, like-
move the phone that you have there over just to see a bit of the other side.
Yeah.
And we could have way more room for even more quick options. And then just make it quickly... God damn. Why?
What?
I just saw what you had done on stream.
It was a thumb. All right, it's a thumb.
Bleeding. A bleeding thumb.
Don't laugh. You always laugh about my art. It's like this since high
It's
school.
because you never figured that out, but Simon's thumb are actually like penises. Don't show your thumbs. Ah!
And we just got R-rated.
Yeah. I thought about my
we're not-
penis. They're inexistent. Ah!
We can't stream anymore.
But yeah, that's my idea here. So we have more space, and it's basically just redoing that thing there.
I like it. I like it.
That's weird, penis.
Alright, guys, you know what? It's been like 2 hours. 2 hours and
Yeah.
10 minutes already. I think it's time to wrap this up. It's been a very long and useful brainstorm. I'm gonna do like one last giveaway in the background. But yeah, it's time to wrap this up.
It actually did the same thing as always. We brainstorm a lot of things in the future, and at the end we just
don't do
say,
it.
you know what? We are too far. Maybe we should just concentrate on the next thing. Yes, we do.
Scope is always a huge problem.
Yeah.
Yeah, but it does fuel motivation though. So
Yeah.
does.
Yeah, exactly.
there you go. So it's part of the show. Group of fish.
Yeah, and
for the
it's
last
more
1
fun
hour.
that if we just talk about next
Oh
thing.
my God.
Yeah.
Go, Jack.
So I saw someone say something about the iPhone in chat. We can do a little bit of promo for this update if we centered around the phone, because we can have Bob in the same pose as Fry from Futurama, and it's just like, shut up and take my diamonds,
Ah.
so that you can get the Death Phone 2.0.
Nice. Mr. VVS says another Freudian brainstorm ended with genitals. You, sir, are correct. Yeah, guys.
The
I
eye
think it's-
death. I love it.
I think it's time to wrap this up. I'll be streaming next week, guys. I'm finally back. I've been working this week as well, but I've been working with I don't know how to call that up, but I was focused on
Blinder.
thank you. I was blinders. I was focused on just Ships and Beats, which is my point. So, but I'll be working back. I'll be streaming on the next Tuesday if everything is all right. You guys have anything to plug? Anything to say before we go?
Nope.
Wow, that was a big
I can
silence.
send my PayPal address if people want to send me money.
Voilà. Voilà. We actually sent a tweet earlier, and nobody wants to be my friend. This guy,
dare you.
I forgot to go on the Twitter.
I got 0 friends still. Anyway, we kind of ditched the multiplayer thing, so I don't need that anymore.
Yeah,
I don't need friends anymore.
yeah, we
Screw
did
you
shit
guys.
till the next stream where we will say, what can we do for multiplayer?
Everybody's gonna get mad at us again.
I think we ditched the multiplayer 8 times now.
Yeah.
Every stream we
always-
bring it up.
We always
Yeah.
try to cram this up in somewhere,
Yeah.
but
So people, what about multiplayer? No! Okay.
okay, we're gonna do bounties instead.
Yeah.
All right, guys, time to go. Thank you very much for watching,
Yeah.
guys. If you want to follow us, hit that follow button or follow Kojak over here as well. He streams a lot, 3 times per week actually, and also, well, all those guys also are awesome. Etienne and Mike.
I stream a little
I'm
bit.
okay.
It's been a while though.
It's been a while you haven't streamed, but you do
Yeah.
stream, so voila,
Yeah.
voila. Anyway, guys, thank you so much. Time to say goodbye. I love you all. You guys are the best, especially you. Goodbye.
Goodbye.
Bye.
Hey, there's
See
a
you,
bird.
everybody.
Verb.
It's a burb.
Bird's a word.